Hi, my name is Kat Henaway. I am a descendant of the Mir and Moor peoples of the Torres Strait, and I'm CEO of Blax Capital. We're a professional services business that supports Indigenous business growth and access to capital. We're here at Leap East Conference in Hong Kong, exploring technology, AI, business innovation, and collaboration between the East and the Middle East. As a First Nations woman being in spaces like this, it is really quite expansive for us to see such broad opportunities, to see global innovation, to see also how countries partner with each other to develop and expand innovation and to connect businesses together, to partner, to fund each other's projects, to build cross-country funds. It's really wonderful to see how international organizations are collaborating. And it gives us a lot of inspiration as Indigenous business people to think a little bit more broadly than what we tend to see in Australia. Some of the things that I've seen this week has been really, really inspiring. For example, seeing how international organizations collaborate, particularly on investment funds, particularly on funding innovation. This cross-country collaboration is really inspiring to see. I'd love to be able to see more of that happening for Indigenous businesses in Australia. What does it mean for us as First Nations business owners to have access to spaces like this? Well, it means that we get to see how other parts of the world operate, how they partner, how they build businesses, cross-border businesses, how they fund those cross-border innovations, and how they collaborate on international projects. It's really important for us to see this because in the Australian marketplace, raising capital is really difficult anyway for startups. The startup environment internationally tends to be a lot more open to funding and providing funds for startups. So it's really quite inspiring and exciting to see that the startup ecosystem is really vibrant in other parts of the world. And there's no reason why that couldn't happen in Australia as well, particularly for First Nation startups. This trip was organised by John Saulo of NGNY, an Indigenous marketing agency in Sydney. John has brought together a group of Indigenous business owners and technologists and has organised for us to be here at this Leap East conference in Hong Kong. And it's been really wonderful for us as a small group to be able to experience this, to be able to also understand John's vision for technology businesses in Australia, for Indigenous technology businesses in Australia, and also to be able to collaborate with other Indigenous business owners that we may not have met before, and also to learn from each other, to learn what other Indigenous people in technology and in business are excited about. For First Nations people running businesses and developing technology in Australia, I think it's vitally important that we are funded to be able to experience conferences like Leap East Hong Kong, because these types of experiences helps us to see what we could potentially be. We often hear that saying, you can't be what you can't see. And so I think it's really important for more Indigenous business owners and innovators and technologists to be able to come to conferences like this so that we can aspire to what we see here.